Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these really cute beaded strawberries. So let's get started. So you will need some size 11 or size 8 seed beads in red and green, some 6-pound fire line and your beading needle. So begin by threading your needle and picking up 3 red seed beads and slide those down. And then you're going to sew up through the first bead. Next you're going to pick up 1 bead and go directly into the next bead. Do the same again 2 more times. And then don't forget to step your thread up through the next bead so that you're ready to start the next row. Next you're going to pick up 2 beads, skip over 1 and go into the next one that's on the corner. And you're going to do that 2 more times. So pick up 2, skip over 1 and go into the next. Same again, pick up 2, skip over 1, go into the next one and also the one above that. Now we're going to be putting a bead between those groups of 2 we just added and also 1 in the gaps between those. So pick up 1 bead and go directly into the bead next to it. Now pick up another bead, skip over the one underneath and go into the next one along. Pick up another bead and go directly into the one next to it. For your next one, you're going to skip over the one underneath and into the next bead. And again, you're between a group of 2, so you're going to pick up your bead and go directly into the bead next to it. With your final bead in the round, you're going to be skipping the one underneath, going into the next bead, and also the one that's above that as well. Just like that. Now pick up 1 bead and you're going to be adding a bead in all those gaps. So pick up your first bead, skip over 1 and go into the next one. Same again, pick up a bead, skip over 1 into the next one. And you're going to do that all the way around until you get to the end. So once you've got all the way around, and when you add your last bead, don't forget to step up into the one above. So that's what I'm doing here. So to begin the next round, you're going to start by picking up 2 beads, skipping over the one underneath and into the next one. Then you're going to pick up 1 bead, skip over 1 and into the next one. Again, picking up 2 beads, skip over 1 and into the next one. The sequence for this row is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, all the way around. So you alternate between picking up 2 beads and picking up 1 bead until you get to the end of the row. So here I'm just going to add the last bead of the row, which is a single bead, so skip over that one underneath into the next one and also, if you can at the same time, step up into the one above. So to begin the next row, we're going to be putting a bead between those groups of 2 again like we did before, and then again 1 bead in all the gaps as well. So pick up your first bead and you're between a group of 2, so you're going directly into the next bead. And then pick up a bead, skip over 1 and into the next one. Same again, pick up a bead, skip over 1 and go into the next one. So now you're between a group of 2 again, so pick up a bead and go directly into the next bead. And do that all the way around, and you should be able to see when you're between a group of 2 there won't be a gap for you to fill. You'll have to just put it right between those 2 beads. So keep going all the way around till you get to the end of the row. So when you get to add your last bead, like I am here, don't forget to step up into the bead above in the next row. Now you're just going to be doing regular peyote stitch and adding one bead in all those gaps. So skip a bead and into the next one. And just do that all the way around, adding one bead in all the gaps. So once you get to the end of the row, here I am just adding the last bead and stepping up into the one that's above. Then you're going to start your next row by picking up 2 beads and into the next one in that row, and followed by 1 bead, followed by 1, as you can see, and then 2 again. So the sequence for this round is 2, 1, 1, 2. So do that all the way around. So pick up 2 beads into the next one, pick up 1 bead into the next one, pick up 1 more bead and into the next one. And when you get to the end, as always, step up into the bead above. So for this next row, you're going to be putting a bead between those doubles again, and also filling in all the gaps around the side. So as you can see, pick up a bead, skip one, go into the next one, all the way around, and then when you reach a group of 2, you're just going to go directly into the next bead. And once you get to the end of the row, don't forget to step up into the bead in the row above. So for this row, you're going to pick up a bead, skip over one and into the next one. Regular peyote stitch all the way around. And I'm just going to add the last bead of the round and stepping up, as always, into the row above. And again, we're going to be doing another row of regular peyote stitch, adding 1 bead in all of those gaps. And don't forget then to step up into the next row. And now you've got this. And we're going to do 1 more row of regular peyote stitch, adding 1 bead in all of those spaces. So go ahead and do that all the way around. And I've just added my last bead and I'm going to be stepping up into the row above, as I'm sure you're aware by now. Now we're going to start bringing it in, so pick up 1 bead, go into the next one in the row and the one after that without adding another bead. So like this, into the next 2 beads in the row. And when you pull it, you can see there's that little bridge of thread there with no bead. And you're going to do that all the way around. So pick up 1 bead and go through the next 2 beads in the row. So go through the next 2 and pull it through. And then you're going to do that all the way around. When you get to the last bead, step up as ever, and then, like I'm going to do here, pull it really tight. It will start to close in. So those are the 6 beads that we added in the last row. We're going to put a bead between each of those. So pick up your first one and go into the next one in that last row. And do that all the way around, and if you turn your piece to the side, you'll be able to see that they stick up like a little point, and it's just the beads right on the top that you want to go through. So just putting a bead between all of those 6. And do that again all the way around until you get to the end of the row. So here I'm just going to add the last bead of that row. So I'm going into that last one that's in the row that I'm working on, and also up into the one above. And pull it really tight, and it should start to really close up. So for the next row, pick up one of your red beads and skipping over one, go into the next one. Like that. And then skip over another one and go into the next one, but without adding a bead. Do the same again, pick up one bead, skip over the next bead right next to it and into the one after that, and then do the same again but without adding a bead. So skip the one right next to it and go into the one after that. So you're making those little bridges of thread again. And do that one more time. And then add that last bridge of thread. So now you're ready to step up for the last time. And then through those last 3 beads you added, you just want to sew through them all again, joining them together in a tight little triangle. So that it's really secure, and pull it tight and it will all join together really neatly. So now we have this. So we need our green beads now, so you're going to pick up one green bead and coming out of one of these that are in the last 3 that you added, go into this one that's next to it but sort of in the same direction, so your threads are going to be almost parallel with each other. And that's just to make it sit on the top like that. Then you're going to pick up 7 more green beads, and coming out of one of those last 3 red beads that you added, go into the next one in that little triangle. And do that 2 more times. So pick up 7 beads and go through the next red bead in that little triangle that's on the top. So here I am adding the last one, and the red beads are pretty well hidden now. You might need to do some digging to find the right one. And then once you've done that, you're going to sew up through the first 3 beads of that first little leaf group that we added. Ignore the 4th bead and then sew down through the last 3 in that group to make the top bead pop. And then you're going to pass through the next red bead in the triangle and do the same again to the next leaf, and do that on the last 2 leaves. So once you've done that, all you need to do is tie off your threads and we're done. So here we are, this is our finished strawberry, and I did this with 8 OC beads, and you can also do it with size 11, and this is the size comparison. You can also add in some random yellow or gold beads, whatever you like. And I made this one years ago and it's starting to fade because I have it on my car keys, but I added gold beads into that one. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please share anything that you make with my videos on Instagram with me at BeadingbyHannah, and comment down below what else you'd like to see. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.